What is going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here. Today is Sunday. I have to actually look at the date because that's how fast time's flying by for me. Sunday, June 12th, 2016. I seriously feel like May just ended and we're halfway through June already. Primarily, it's because, as you know, we were finishing up a lot of stuff at the end of May and early June. We had that crazy Indies marathon, and then my parents visited for a week, so that time flew by. I am back. And this week, I'm coming back in a full-time capacity. I have no plans of taking any more time off until sometime in mid to late July for like a 3-day kind of staycation I'm going to do with Leanna in Seattle, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. It is time to talk E3, ladies and gentlemen, because if you're not aware, E3 has begun. Well, not really. If you're not aware, E3 actually doesn't start until this coming Tuesday, but all the big wigs, the heavy hitters, the big publishers and game developers come out with their huge press conferences today, Sunday, and tomorrow, Monday, to kind of get you primed for what to expect with all of the gameplay and coverage and things that you'll see coming from E3 starting on Tuesday. So, today, I hit the ground running because my parents actually just left yesterday, so I was busy all day yesterday. Today I said, I got to get back into stuff, right? So earlier today was the EA Electronic Arts press conference. I watched that live at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and in my stream chat, that's right, the very same chat that people use to chat with me and other viewers as I live stream, we were all interacting for about an hour during the EA press conference, talking. People were having a blast just reacting to the stuff that we were seeing on the stream. And then I immediately filmed my reactions and impressions of that press conference and uploaded them right here to the King of Hate vlog. So if you haven't seen them yet, by now they're definitely live. Please check them out. I'm going to be following suit with all the other press conferences. Now, the bottom line is, by the time I upload This Week in Preview, probably I'll already have uploaded the Bethesda press conference reactions, too. If you're not aware, that's at 7 p.m. Pacific time today on Sunday. I'll be watching that live, and people will be chatting with me in my stream chat during that as well, and then I'll be uploading that right here again. But I'm probably not going to upload this video till after, so quite honestly, you probably will see this after that one, all right? What I want to do for you, I want to lay out the schedule for the rest of the week so you know what to expect. And I apologize because I left the freaking schedule right over here. This is all of the press conferences for E3. So, obviously, tonight's Bethesda. Tomorrow, we've got 3 big ones. Microsoft is going to be at 9:30 a.m. Ubisoft, or however the fuck you want to say it, at 1 p.m. And Sony at 6 p.m., all right? I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to be available to chat live during the Microsoft one at 9:30 p.m. Just not. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wake up, have breakfast, whatever I do, I'm going to watch it on my own. I'm going to film my reactions. So I am ready to watch the Ubisoft press conference live at 1 p.m. All right, so I'll watch that live with everyone in the stream chat. We'll chat it up. Afterwards, just like I did today, I'll film my reactions to it, and I'll upload that to the King of Hate vlog. So in the first half of tomorrow, you're getting Microsoft and Ubisoft reactions right here on the King of Hate vlogs. Later in the night at 6 p.m., Sony doing their press conference. I'll be watching that live. We'll be chatting it up there. And yes, I'll be giving my reactions as well to that right here on the King of Hate vlogs. Tuesday, we finally get back to normal, and what I mean by that is there will be new gameplay on Tuesday. Finally, new gameplay this coming Tuesday. I will be doing a gameplay stream at my normal scheduled time, which is around 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time. What game will it be? Well, traditionally at E3, what ends up happening is either a beta or some kind of a demo or a teaser or even a new indie game usually releases. If any of that happens during Monday and Tuesday and people are like, man, Phil, we really want to see you play this game or this demo or this beta seems hot and interesting right now, I will do that on Tuesday's stream. If none of that happens, then Tuesday's stream will be the continuation of The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC, which I only had a chance to play a couple times before I took time off when my parents visited. Okay, so that'll continue on Tuesday. Tuesday night, here's the thing. Nintendo was actually doing their Treehouse of fucking gaming horrors web conference or whatever the fuck it is. They're doing it at like 9 in the morning. No, I'm not getting up at 9 in the morning to watch Nintendo. Fuck that shit. I will watch it later on in the night. I will do a reactions video, and I will share that with all of you on the King of Hate vlogs Tuesday night. So Tuesday will be gameplay on stream, and then the Nintendo reactions later on, okay? Starting Wednesday, what I'm going to do is more gameplay, so there will be another gameplay stream. Now, what will the stream be? Well, it could be The Witcher 3, it could be something from E3, or it could be Persona 3. We'll play it by ear, so by midweek we'll have a better idea of what exactly to expect, what's coming up, alright? Because I don't want to promise you something, then it ends up not being available or whatever, or I don't want, oh, I'll do Persona 3, but the next thing you know, something super hot comes out that everyone wants to see. I don't know. So we'll see, but that's kind of going to be the balance for this week. The gameplay will either be Witcher 3 or Persona 3 or something from E3. Wednesday and Thursday night, I'm going to begin work for KO Gaming on the best and worst of E3 Countdown. What I'm going to do, I'm going to scour all the press conferences, right, all the ones that I covered for the best and worst things that were announced and talked about. I'm also going to look at some other stuff, because I know outside of those press conferences, typically there's a lot of stuff that gets announced. Already people are telling me, oh man, Phil, did you see the footage of the new Batman episodic game from Telltale Games? Did you see this and that? They all look good. No, but what I'm going to do is take time to do that. Wednesday and Thursday night, I'm going to kind of scour the internet for this information and start making lists. And by the end of the week, maybe Thursday, Friday night, I want to do countdowns on KO Gaming, the best and the worst of E3 2016. It would be awesome. I've never done anything like that before. I've usually only done my live reactions and that's it. But I think that's the kind of stuff people would want to actually see on KO Gaming. People want to see that edited content. So I'm excited for that. I certainly hope that you will be excited for that as well. This weekend, business as usual, there will be gameplay streams. Now, what will the streams be? Obviously, yes, it will be the same stuff, but if, let's say, for example, I've played Persona 3 and Witcher 3 all week, well, then maybe this weekend I'll do something a little different. Maybe I'll do some Overwatch out of nowhere, right? Maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe some Doom 3 multiplayer. Or Rocket League. I don't know. I'll play it by ear. I don't want to promise you the world. We don't know what's going to happen this week with what's going to release, but I'm thinking this week could be a more relaxed week where the gameplay is continuing stuff that I'm doing, but also I could do some other fun stuff in there while I'm covering E3, alright? So that's the idea for this week. Later, next week, there's some big stuff. Mighty Number 9, and if it's still coming out, which I'm assuming we're going to find out this week at E3, that Resident Evil Umbrella Corps is supposed to come out. A competitive shooter with zombies in it. Now, I'm on the fence about getting it. Obviously, it has nothing to really do with the mainstream Resident Evil, but what I'd like to do is see if at E3 if they reveal more information about it and if it looks good or not. And then I'll make my decision based off of that or something, okay? I don't know. I'll reserve my judgment. That's next week. So we got some new games next week. Then at the end of the month, we've actually got Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, which I'm going to be doing co-op with Leanna when she has days off from her job. Plus, at the end of this month, supposed to be the release of Ibuki in Street Fighter V, as well as the story mode for Street Fighter V. So all of that is coming in June, and then come July is going to be my Patreon multiplayer event, thanks to those who pledged to my Patreon in the month of May. So there's a lot coming up. I know it's going to be a little bit disheveled, a little bit confusing here. You know what I mean? When it comes to everything coming up, because of the chaos of my parents' visit and now E3, things always get kind of mixed up. I'm working on some ideas. Number one, for a Patreon goal for this month, for June, and number two, for kind of a special event for this coming summer, because there's not a heck of a lot coming out whatsoever when it comes to game releases. At least in the month of July, it looks incredibly slow, okay? So I'm brainstorming. Right now I have a thread that I posted on my forums on thekingofhate.com by which you can post up your ideas for like a Patreon goal. What should I do for a Patreon goal for this month? Because we're already halfway through the month and I'm kind of literally strapped for ideas, alright? So check out the thread. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video, alright? And then hopefully by next weekend, I'll have a new Patreon goal set up for everyone and we can start talking about it, alright? Since we're on the subject of Patreon, those of you who pledged in the month of May and sent me your information over the past week, tonight I'm going to get all that information together, send it to my webmaster, and within the next week you should be able to have your account upgraded, because right now we need people who need to vote on what date you'll be able to participate in multiplayer come July and what games you want to play, and also I need you to post up your gamer tag. So I'll actually put a link to that thread also in the description of this video, so you can post up in that thread once your accounts have been upgraded if they already haven't been, okay? So there's a ton of stuff going on. I know it's chaotic. I apologize for that. After E3 week, things will get much back to normal, to a normal schedule. There won't be all this weird time kind of interjecting. There is some other stuff coming up this week as well. For example, there may be a new DSP Tries It. I know there hasn't been one in a while. There hasn't been a lot going on in the realm of stuff for me to try, and I've been too busy with other stuff going on to do an episode. There may be one this week, but we'll see. What you will see later this week, Once things calm down with the videos on the King of Hate vlogs from E3, I have a video where I walked around my house and showed the stuff that my parents and I actually did together. For example, we redid Leanna's office, we redid my garage, we redid our garden, and I did vlogging of that, and I want to make a video of that, edit it together, and release that on the King of Hate vlogs, but I don't want to do that now because obviously there's so much going on with E3, it would make no sense to do it now, but that will be coming, okay? So that is the gist of this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, first of all, for being patient during my time off. Thank you for continuing to talk about my videos, to talking about KO Gaming, right? I just released my review of Mirror's Edge Catalyst over there, and so far from what I've seen, only being out for a little bit over a day, the views are pretty damn good. So thank you for that. Check that out at youtube.com/KO Gaming 1 when you get a chance. And just thanks for being understanding during the time off. Now, like I said, until maybe mid to late July, I'm going to be here consistently. And then, of course, once the hardcore gaming season hits, that's it. No time off for me. You know, I'll be super duper busy all the time. It's kind of hard to drink a bottle of water when the cap is on, isn't it? Quite embarrassing. That is it, everyone. Thank you for watching. Without further ado, thank you to the following May patrons who made the upcoming marathon of multiplayer with patrons in early July possible. Thanks, everyone. See you this week for E3 coverage. I'm excited. I hope you are too. See you then.